The world was on the brink of great change. It was 1940 and San Francisco buzzed with life while war raged overseas. In this city, a legend was born. Lee Jeet Kune Do, later known as Bruce Lee, arrived in the year and hour of the dragon. His parents, Lee Hoi Chuen and Grace Ho, felt both hope and fear. The family, a blend of Chinese tradition and Western influence, would shape Bruce's identity. Their stay in America was brief. Soon they returned to a Hong Kong threatened by war. The Lees settled in a cramped Kowloon apartment surrounded by uncertainty. Bruce grew up a child of two worlds, an American citizen in a Chinese family. This duality would define his life. The legend was in the making. Life in Japanese-occupied Hong Kong was harsh. Food was scarce, fear constant. To protect their sickly son, Bruce's parents called him Sai Fon, Little Phoenix, and pierced his ear to ward off evil spirits. Bruce was a whirlwind of energy, always curious, always moving. The crowded streets of Kowloon became his playground and his first school. Inspired by his father's fame in opera and film, Bruce learned the art of performance. Quick-witted and tough, Bruce stood out despite his small size. Dance became his passion. He would win the Hong Kong Cha-Cha Championship. The Little Phoenix was growing stronger, ready for new challenges. The legend of Bruce Lee was taking flight. Bruce Lee's acting career began before he could walk. His father's film connections put him on screen as a baby. By childhood, he'd starred in 20 films, captivating audiences with his charisma and presence. But off-screen, Bruce was a fighter. Hong Kong's streets were ruled by youth gangs, and Bruce, small but fierce, never backed down. Street brawls taught him that toughness wasn't enough. He needed skill and strategy. Acting and fighting, though different, both demanded confidence, timing, and control. On set, he learned to tell stories with his body. In the streets, he learned the reality of combat. Tired of losing fights, Bruce sought real martial arts training. He'd learned Tai Chi from his father, but found it too slow for street fights. He needed something direct and powerful. Word spread of a master teaching a unique style of kung fu, perfect for close combat. This was Bruce's turning point. His experiences as an actor and street fighter prepared him for the next step. He was ready to dedicate himself to the path of the warrior. Bruce Lee was about to meet the teacher who would change his life. The stage was set for his transformation. The boy from Kowloon was ready to become a true martial artist. His journey was accelerating. The world would soon witness his evolution. The legend was growing. Bruce's search for true martial arts led him to IP Man, master of Wing Chun. At 13, Bruce became IP Man's student, drawn to Wing Chun's direct, efficient style. He trained obsessively, practicing for hours every day, even installing a wooden dummy at home. Wing Chun was more than fighting. It was discipline, focus, and simplicity. Bruce absorbed IP Man's teachings, learning to control his anger and channel his energy. The rooftops of Kowloon became his training ground, where he tested his skills against others. He was always curious, always seeking to improve. Bruce began questioning tradition, experimenting with techniques from street fighting and dance. He wasn't just a follower, he was an innovator. The seeds of his own martial arts philosophy were planted in IP Man's school. Wing Chun gave Bruce a foundation, but his restless mind pushed him further. He was forging a new path, blending tradition with innovation. The young dragon was evolving. His journey of self-discovery had only just begun. Bruce Lee was becoming more than a student. He was becoming a pioneer. The rooftops of Hong Kong echoed with his ambition. The world of martial arts would never be the same. The legend was taking shape. Bruce's rebellious streak led to serious street fights. One went too far and the police got involved. His parents, fearing for his future, decided it was time for a change. As an American citizen, Bruce was sent back to San Francisco for a fresh start. In April 1959, with just $100, 18-year-old Bruce boarded a steamship to America. He left behind family, friends, and fame, but carried the lessons of Kowloon and IP Man. On the voyage, he taught Cha-Cha to first-class passengers already making his mark. He arrived in San Francisco not as a star, but as an immigrant with a dream. The city of his birth welcomed him as a young man determined to succeed. Bruce Lee's real journey was just beginning. He was no longer the Little Phoenix. He was a young dragon ready to conquer new worlds. The lessons of his past would guide him. The world was about to meet a legend. Bruce Lee's story was far from over. His journey would inspire millions. The legend had only just begun.